Hi everybody, so my name's Steven, and I'm one of the monster mavericks in the Splinterlands ecosystem who has also kind of joined into the EMP system. Today I'm going to be talking to you about the partnership between these two projects and how it works so well for both of them. Now, one thing to note, the reason that this can work for both projects and not hurt either projects is because the treasuries have made a special agreement. Both of them have ways to earn the other person's token, and both have agreed to not sell them on the market. They will talk to each other and probably just swap those tokens when one of them wants to do a swap. But that is how both treasuries are able to accept these tokens and not dump them into the market. Now, EMP earns them because Splinterlands SPS token is now one of the first projects to take advantage of the detonator as a service that EMP.Money is doing. So they launched the generator, and I know we have the detonator, the reactor, the generator, and there's going to be more and more in the EMP system. So let's make sure we try to say the right name each time, everyone. But let's go ahead and talk about this. Basically, this is the same thing as detonator, but for the SPS token. You're supplying this to Splinterlands as a service, so EMP.Money is earning SPS tokens. Now, the big thing with this project with the Splinterlands ecosystem is if you are a big-time EMP user, you can now use those tokens to buy credits within the Splinterlands ecosystem, which will allow you to buy any of the assets that you want from the Splinterlands ecosystem. And then once you own those assets, you can start getting into some of the other things in the Splinterlands ecosystem if you want to. Now, one of the big things to also note, you can click this link here or a link on the description below, and you'll be able to be an affiliate into the Splinterlands ecosystem for the EMP.Money team. Now, why is that important? Well, one of the things EMP.Money has been really trying to show you guys is that they are growing different revenue sources. They have a YouTube channel that is monetized. They are running Detonator as a service. They are able to go ahead and take the coins that are invested into some of the detonators and reactors and now the generator and use them to earn additional money for the project. This is what really takes the Ponzi-nomics away from this entire ecosystem, is that they are finding ways to earn revenue with their programming skills, with their proprietary software, and this is one of the ways that they're doing that, is by giving their token a use case within the Splinterlands ecosystem and then allowing you to use their referral system to drive some revenue back to the EMP team. So do make sure if you're in the EMP project that you do sign up with their referral link. Again, if you're on the Detonator as a Service generator page, the link will be in the banner when it is here, or the link will be in the description of this video, and many people will be able to provide it to you. Now, once you are on the Splinterlands site, the first thing you will need to do is create an account. When you click the Create an Account button, if you use the right one, you should see AJ Brockman's referral link here, because that is the one that the team is using. It makes sense because he already had an account, and he's going to go ahead and take the money that comes in and put it back into his project, so that is okay. You're going to sign in with an email. You're going to confirm your email address, and then they're going to send you a link to be able to sign up. Now, after you sign up and get into the game, one of the things you're probably going to want to do is get a Hive keychain. Now, we'll cover the Hive keychain in a later video, but the reason why you'll want this is because you will need it if you want to own your own keys for the assets within the game, and you want to be able to do things like this. So you can log in with your username and your Hive keychain in just one quick button. So once you are logged in the ecosystem and you've got your EMP in your Binance Smart Chain wallet here, you can go ahead and click on this button here, where you're going to be able to come into buying credits, and then you're going to be able to click on crypto. You're going to see EMP.Money is an option here, and you're going to be able to spend as much money as you'd like. Let's say you were putting in $100, there goes 516 EMP tokens. Obviously you would have to have them in your wallet, and now you've got your first $100 to invest into Splinterlands. Now, you can do a lot of different things with credits. I think the way you approach Splinterlands is going to decide on what you yourself want to do. Now, if anybody has not seen the actual gameplay, let me just show you a quick battle. We'll watch the battle that I won today that got me into the Champion League, which is the highest league for Splinterlands. And there is seasons, so each season you try to get into it. But this is an auto battle system that basically the skill base comes from understanding the rule sets and understanding the game. So let's see, just to bring one up really quick. This battle was back to basics, so all of our monsters lost all of their abilities, and it was a 15 mana. There's lots of different summoners, lots of different cards that you can use, so you pick your best team and you go ahead and do the battle. You can see here I used a summoner that makes it so the first time my monsters get hit, they actually take no damage. This worked out pretty well for me because it made it so that my team was damaging his on every attack, but his team was not damaging mine on every attack. And while it was a very close battle, in the end, my magic users were able to defeat his archers. This is just a quick battle to show you how the game is played. Also to show you some of the ways you earn in Splinterlands. If you play the game, when you win, you earn both RP points and the SPS governance token of the Splinterlands system. When your RP points earn you chests, you get to claim these chests, and they can give you either cards, SPS tokens, potions, or merits. These are all rewards within the Splinterlands ecosystem. That's if you decide you want to be a player of the game. I will have further videos later on that actually teach you more about playing and getting started, but I just wanted to give you that taste of the game. The other side of the game that you can get into is the buying and selling market of cards. Now, these penny cards are the free rewards cards that people earn. Typically, while they're in print, they are about a penny, but they don't stay there. Once cards go out of print, you can see these ones that were given away for free as well are up here in the 12 cent, 13 cents market, and this is a common card that was in the 13 cents market. Just like any buying and selling marketplace, there are ups and downs in the marketplace, and you can decide to try to learn it and learn how to go ahead and buy things, save them for later, or buy and flip things when they are coming out and being hot. These kind of things you'd have to take a little more of an active paying attention to what's going on in here and using many of the different tools that are out there. Now, when you first sign up, you will have to buy a spell book, just so you know. I forgot to mention that, but it is a $10 entry fee into the ecosystem, but you do get $3 back in credits when you pay for that, so it's really a $7 cost. Then you would add in your additional credits and you could start to go ahead and buy assets within the system. But you'll see here there is a rental system within Splinterlands. Now there is some advanced tools that we will be talking about in a specific video focusing on rental, but this is the way that this can turn into another passive income project for you, because you can buy the cards, and we'll show you the tools that you need to buy the right cards, and then you'll be able to put them out into the ecosystem to be rented out, earning the DEC token as payment. The DEC token is meant to be a $1,000 to $1 peg, so it's meant to be their stable token. There's a lot of different mechanics meant to keep it there, and it has been coming back from being a little bit under peg. Typically, it does run a little bit under peg, but you get paid out at its real value, and then if you buy things from the Splinterlands store, you are always able to buy it at $1 value. So, get a quick example there. If you wanted to come to the shop and buy a Splinterlands pack with DEC, you could pay for one pack, $4 would be 4,000 DEC, whereas it would also be 4,000 credits. So these are the two ways that you can buy packs. So a way that might be more beneficial for you, instead of buying packs with your credit, you could buy some of the best cards, start renting them out, and then start buying packs with the DEC that you earn. There is going to be a lot of different ways to approach this ecosystem and earning in it, such as getting a hold of the SPS governance token if you decide to go ahead and play the game. When it comes to opening the packs, one of the things you'll note is they do have potions. Potions give you a additional chance to get both legendaries and gold foil cards. These are more rare, and they're able to be used. They start out at a better level, they rent out better, and so that's some of the stuff that you should want to know. When you open a pack, you can open up one at a time, or you can go ahead and do multiples. In my opinion, if you're going to be a pack opener and you're going to be a bigger investor, it's worth it to use potions. I only open packs with potions because pulling gold foil cards are really the way to go ahead and get that extra money. Now, if we go ahead and go and look at the marketplace, we'll talk a little bit about the game and the different cards. As you can see, there are 3 different There are 4 different rarities, and there is 7 different teams when it comes to the cards. Now, some of the safest ones to buy are summoner cards. As you can see, they are all valued a little bit higher because they are the most rare card, and they are the most important thing that you need in the game. When you want to play the game, if you want to summon level 2 monsters, you must have a level 2 summoner. If you want to summon level 4 monsters, you have to have a level 4 summoner. They are the gatekeeper for any person that plays the game in getting to a higher level. Now, there is some difference in there when you talk about legendary summoners and epic summoners because they have different tree range, but we can show you that quickly here in just a minute after we've gone over the different teams. Now, the rarities rare from common to rare to epic, and then lastly, the legendary summoners. They are the most valuable cards in the game. And as you can see, the ones that are currently in print that you can get in packs range around $20, as well as the ones that are out of print can go as high as $649. This is actually a promo one. The highest out of print is currently Byzantine Kitty from the last set at $378. But then you see the gold foils, they start to raise into very, very, very high prices. And just to get you an idea of, what you might get if you opened a packet right now, you can maybe pull one of these cards, and those would be pretty good paydays for opening a pack that cost you $4. When it comes to the teams, there are fire, water, earth, life, death, dragon, and neutral. Now, I'll go ahead and just do a quick overview of these teams and the idea of a team. When you look at a team on the marketplace, we'll get off the summoners, there are just a ton of different cards that you can see. But in general, when you look into what you're going to be purchasing and what you want to buy to play the game, it's going to be a typical kind of auto battler RPG kind of setup. Most battles require you to have a tank, you want a healer, you want to have back row archers and mages to do back row damage, and sometimes you want to use specific cards that I would relate kind of to an assassin class. Those ones would be cards like they have the little sneak menu on it, or they have basically the sneak and the eyeball. So let me see if I can find one of these cards. So here's the eyeball for an opportunity. As you can see, he attacks any weak monster on the board, and here's a sneak monster. They attack the last position on the board. There will be more detailed in-game gameplay videos later on, but this gives you the idea. Every team is going to have both summoners that you can choose from with different abilities, and they are going to have monsters that have different abilities. This is the same thing for fire, water, earth, life, and death. Now, dragon is a little different. Dragon summoners are able to combo with another team. This is why they are considered some of the more powerful summoners in the game. They are able to go ahead and not only use all the different dragon monsters, but use the monsters of one other team, creating some of the more unique combos. This would also possibly apply to neutral summoners, but the first one isn't in the game yet and is coming soon. But neutral monsters in general, as you can imagine, can be used with any team. So the most diverse team in the game is a dragon comboed with any other team who's also using neutral cards, as they could be using basically 3 sets of different cards in the battle. That just gives you a little breakdown of all the different, mana sets and the summoners versus monsters and the different teams that are out there. There's also, obviously, we mentioned there's the 2 gold foil sites. Now, when it comes to additions, Chaos Legion is the current edition. These cards are going to be the cheapest, and the Rift Watcher set is the new system that just came out. You can buy the packs, but the cards are not released. The dice set is the last mini set. This one is sold out in packs and can only be bought in the marketplace or the secondary market. You can see that their Untamed set was the set from before. When you battle in the game, Untamed, Dice, Chaos Legion, and Rift Watchers are considered the new modern set. Anything before that, Alpha, Beta, Promo, and Rewards, is considered to be played in the Wild set. Wild set actually takes up all sets when it comes to battling. So when you come into a battle, you can either battle in Wild, which is every card in the game, or Modern, which will be changing to only the 4 newest sets that are currently out. And that'll be constantly changing as the game grows to basically allow newer players to always be able to come in and be competitive. Older cards are meant to be used within partnership games, and we can get into that a little bit further, or just used in the Wild anything goes format of the game. You will see there are many different partners, from Peak Monsters to the Monster Market to the card auctions, where you can do some additional tools for buying things. But we're going to get into those kind of within the next video. Thank you for hanging out with me today, and I will be back very soon.